Welcome to game number 2. It's the men. And Mott and Henry Ford going at it. Mott, coached by Steve Schmidt. Coach Shepard for Henry Ford, and we're just about ready to tip this one off.
Well, let's give Coach Steve Schmidt his flowers. He's a legendary coach. He's been around for umpteen years at Mott, but Coach Chris Shepard is doing a hell of a job here at Henry Ford College, and this is a playoff primer. That's all to it. They're in, but they just want to win. That's just the bottom line.
Mott in the dark uniforms, Henry Ford in the home white. Loose ball and the putback at number 5, Jalen Shelton.
Don't sleep on Mott, and if you're Henry Ford, that's the message. The good news for for Henry Ford is Davon Smith-Johnson in the starting lineup, which means he's healthy from that injury from early in the season.
Three-point attempt off the mark right there, but up for the rebound. Getting the hand on it. It's number 5, Jalen Shelton. And we'll go out of bounds and over to Henry Ford. Your starters for Henry Ford, you got Marshall, Ziegler, Allen, Hardy, and Smith-Johnson. Good ball movement. Marshall for 3.
Calvin Marshall, man, he's the fire starter for Henry Ford.
Marshall moving his feet, defending pretty good on the perimeter.
And as you look at the standings in the conference, the bottom line is the only shot that Henry Ford has to win the league, which Coach Shepard and crew don't really care about. Hey, tonight, Macomb's got to lose to Jackson and Mid-Michigan on Friday. Both home games for Macomb. Chances of that happening is what? It's better. They've got a better chance of having a 70-degree weather on Friday and have them lose 2 games at home. But again, it's a playoff primer for Henry Ford against Mott today.
The foul was on Devin Smith-Johnson, and that will send Kevin Teague Jr. to the line, shooting 2.
Well, once upon a time, Mott was right there with Schoolcraft in this league, dominating. Now they're a team that gets it done just enough to be relevant. And Henry Ford's the team that's up in the penthouse because of guys like Calvin Marshall, man. Shoots it with no effort.
6 points for Marshall early on in this contest. The only one on the scoreboard for Henry Ford. Good job by Devin Smith-Johnson on the block, going up strong and defending the basket pretty good. Step back, 2-pointer, rattles out. Marshall comes down with the rebound. Long 3-pointer. No good by Shamarion Hardy.
All right, let's see if we can't run something. That becomes the issue now. Run something.
Check that. That was Allen with the last shot. Tiggs off the mark. Ziegler for 3.
Sophomore night for Ziegler. He's one of, I want to say 4 sophomores tonight.
Marshall with the thunderous dunk.
And he's got another year left here. Kid is tough.
And quickly to the basket is Tyon Armstrong for 2.
Shamarion Hardy with a nice drop.
Ziegler from outside. He's way off the mark on that one.
Asking for 20 seconds to be placed on the shot clock. Ziegler is not hitting that 3. I don't want these guys for the Hawks to fall in love with the 3. Got to run your stuff when it's not flowing from behind the arc.
Long three-pointer, no good. Marshall comes down with the rebound. Looking for Ziegler. Ziegler, the nice bank shot in the alley-oop.
And that's what you want from Ziegler, him going to the basket for some high percentage shots.
Marshall again. Marshall doing all the scoring for Henry Ford early on right here. Nice move by Tig to the basket.
Hardy wanted to foul there. Nice hesitation move, and he's always herky-jerky around that rim. Coach Shepard does not like it. Call that 30-second timeout. That's a good one.
Shepard will talk it over. 12-13 your score. 14-29 here in the first half of play. Henry Ford men's basketball. Henry Ford getting ready for the upcoming playoffs coming your way. Keep it tuned in right here on the Henry Ford Streaming Network for all the action. Quick 30-second timeout. Settle his squad down. 1 point lead for Mott.
Why didn't you tell me during the girls' game I had this doggone Lions logo on, man? Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me I had the Lions logo on during the broadcast? When I do the post game, I can't have the Lions logo on. We over here at Henry Ford.
Yeah, not working for the Hawks, huh? You can't
Right.
have the Lions logo working for the Hawks, but it's all owned by Henry Ford.
Turn it inside out. You know I'm getting old. You got to remind me. Henry Ford, the men are starting to look like some other people we know, those ladies. First, I'm glad they won tonight, though. 76-56 if you're just joining us, man, for the women. Snapping that long losing streak.
Amari Allen is called for the foul right there. That'll be his first. Check that. That's not Amari. That foul was the official indicated number 2. But actually the foul was given to Shamarion Hardy. Hardy to the basket. Nice move by Hardy. Finger roll. 16-13 your score. Marshall with another rebound. Roberts from outside. Hardy comes down with it, slows it down, walks it over the half-court line. They get into the half court. Nice layup.
Oh, man.
And the foul as Donald Wilburn driving to the basket, and the right-hand layup is good.
And I wonder sometimes why Wilburn doesn't do that more often. This guy is like a smooth athlete. I bet you if you put him out there in high jump, long jump, he can do that. Guy is pretty, doesn't break a sweat. The God-given talents that some people have. I sure didn't get that.
19-13.
Did you get some of that, Jeff?
I got a whole lot of it.
You got a whole bunch of it, man. But, man, you're a catcher. You're about 6'12". You're a hind catcher.
Twiggs from outside for three.
Henry Ford, I don't like to start, Jeff. It's kind of precarious.
Hardy looking inside for Wilburn.
Oh.
One of the paddings on the wall came off the wall there.
Yeah.
The pass was so hard.
I remember a couple years ago one of those came out, and it took about 15 minutes to put it back the right way. They wouldn't restart the game until the padding was up where it's supposed to be. And see, now the officials looking at it like, wait a minute now. And they're looking for the screw. Oh, man. I just remember the last time.
They're searching for the screw and not able to find it. I guess this, let's see, the official will continue on with the game. Here we go. Three-point lead for your Hawks. Almost stolen away by Everhart, but Twiggs got control of it and put it up and in.
All right now.
Everhart.
And if ever they need production out of him, it's tonight.
Blocked from behind by Roberts. And Twiggs will go to the line again. The foul is on Dotton. It's going to be his first. And early on, Twiggs has been living at the free throw line. Amari Allen checks back in for Henry Ford. Dotton with the rebound. Dotton, nice strong move by Dotton going to the basket.
And there's a kid who said this in the post game, and before we even got on the microphone, he said, "Hey, I'm used to being the man where I've come from," and he's had to play a role. He's finally accepted it, coming off the bench, being productive, rebounding, scoring.
Kevin Twiggs is being the man right now for Mott College. Dotton from outside. Twiggs snatches down the rebound and leads the fast break. Tiana Armstrong checks back into the game for Mott College. And the foul is going to be on E.J. Roberts. That will send Tion Armstrong to the line shooting 2. 21-21. All tied up here early in the first half. Jalen Shelton checking back into the game for Mott. Two-point lead for the Bears. Everhart trying to find his lane and does so right there.
Man. Did they ever need that? Because they're kind of sleepwalking right now. Not really playing with so much enthusiasm and excited.
Twiggs from outside. And there for the tip and the follow is Jalen Shelton. Everhart off the mark. Dotton couldn't finish on that play. One-point lead for Mott. Marshall just getting up off the bench. Going to the scorer's table. Nice bank shot that time by Jalen Shelton.
Well, that's why I tell you, you got to give Coach Schmidt his flowers, because you knew his team was going to come in here prepared and ready to play.
Quickly back the other way. That's Tion Armstrong. 29-24. Nice look inside. Good job. Donald Wilburn. Twiggs from outside. That one off of the shot clock and out of bounds, so the bucket will not count.
It's a game that Henry Ford should win, but they didn't tell Mott. Mott's going to compete. As long as that guy sitting in that first chair is on the sideline.
Marshall again strong to the basket.
Good move. Again, man, Henry Ford. I guess just like Coach Shepard said, we get spoiled sometimes. And the expectation is very high for Henry Ford.
Out of bounds off of Mott. Ziegler at the top. Lackadaisical pass by Ziegler.
Traveled
Marshall.
Before that, though.
Yeah.
Shuffled those feet. The referee let him get away with that.
Marshall from 3. In and out.
And they called an offensive foul. Called an offensive foul there. I didn't see it.
I thought the defender was in Marshall's landing zone. Wow, I didn't see it either.
Wow.
Man.
Wowzer.
1-point lead for Mott, 29-28. Long 3, no good. The Hawks want to run. Roberts with the ball. Over to Dotton. Dotton spinning. Looking for some help, finding Roberts underneath.
All right, well, see what kind of game this is going to be here.
Long three-pointer off the mark. Good follow that time by Miles Beard. Good look inside, blocked by Ziegler, dotting in the open floor. They pull it out, jump shot. Henry Ford can't settle for those. They add the numbers, they could have went to the basket on it. Twiggs. And the foul is drawn by Ziegler. Good job by Ziegler holding his position and drawing the offensive foul on Twiggs. .652, 1 point lead by the Hawks. Coach Shepard wants to talk it over, wants to get these next few possessions. And get his team focused for this run here in the final 6 minutes of this half. Knocked out of bounds by Armstrong. Ziegler on the drive, kicks it back out to Marshall. Marshall not able to get back. But Mott loses the ball. Quickly down the floor, and whistles blow. That foul is going to be on the floor before the shot.
Hardy was looking at it like, why'd you stop my vibe? You killed my vibe. I was going with the speed dribble all the way to the rack. Stop the break.
Good move that time by Smith-Johnson. 32-29.
Those are the kind of plays that he can put together and be critical. He's like Kawhi sometimes. I'm not saying he's Kawhi Leonard's talent level by no stretch of the imagination. Just a quiet, productive player.
Block. Long three, no good. There's that quiet production for you right there. And they tie the ball up on the floor and force the jump ball. Well, Smith-Johnson doing a pretty good job on the offensive glass for the Hawks. Ziegler trying to direct a little traffic inside to Marshall. Marshall had it blocked. Marshall gets his own ball back, goes up strong, and draws the foul.
Marshall, man, I tell you, he's the key piece for Henry Ford. He's got to be, I think, is it fair to say he needs to be more consistent, a more consistent scorer, but he does a lot of different things. I mean, this is a kid that can shoot it behind the arc. He's going to score near the basket. He'll run back, hustle, and play some defense. He'll give you what you want. But I think in a playoff run, he's got to be the leading everything. he's got to be able to do that, and he's capable.
Don't count the free throw right there. Mott looking for some room. Nice jump shot off the glass. by Miles Beard.
It's too easy. I think that both teams are playing pretty good defense. But sometimes some of these shots for Mott, they've been too easy tonight.
Good look inside and a good move. And a good finish by Henry Ford and Amari Allen. Long jumper, nothing but iron. Another long jumper, count that one. Miles Beard for three. All tied up at 34. Ziegler going to the basket strong.
Smith-Johnson trying to muscle inside there. That's was a good move.
Smith-Johnson at the line, shooting two, makes the first. Amari Allen checks out. Everhart checks back in for Henry Ford. Not able to get the second free throw to go. 1 point lead for Henry Ford. Step back three, off the mark. Marshall comes down with the rebound. In the corner to Everhart, back up top to Ziegler. Not able to knock down the three.
It's not on for him tonight, Jeff. Ziegler's got to drive to the basket tonight. And Mott is not going to just lay down. They're just not cut like that. They're not built like that.
36-35 in favor of Mott. Everhart for three. Everhart. 6 points for Everhart.
And he said those 2 threes been pretty solid. Right, opportunistic for him, right time for the team.
Everhart again for three. That's off the mark. .217 remaining and counting here in the first half. Seven seconds on the shot clock. Tig tried to keep it alive. Good job by Henry Ford with the rebound. Ziegler going to the basket and is fouled on the play.
Whoa. That young man met him at the rim.
Yes, he did.
Like a tailbone type thing. But Ziegler's from King High School. His dad sitting on the sideline from Redford, city kid, no problem. Kid that's finishing up here, and he's had it's taken some time, you know, the injuries for him, health issues early. I think it took 2 years to get him here to play, and he's played 2, so I think he's been here 4 years. And there's a guy who has worked his butt off to get in a good position, and he's recruitable. He's going on to play some college ball somewhere else.
40-36. Twig. Marshall steps on the line, taking it out. 1:33 remaining here in the first half. Tiggs up and Dotton committing the foul. Tiggs makes his second, all tied up at 40.
Hardy's off this half.
Good defense. Everhart wide open, step back behind the three-point line, lets one go. That one's in and out. Stolen away by Dotton. Dotton looking to throw it down, but is fouled on the play.
Hey, it's just the sizzle play is just not happening right now for Henry Ford, but you can't knock him for trying, right?
That's right. Everhart for three, no good. All tied up at 40. 18 seconds left in the half. Long three-pointer for Mott.
Henry Ford could look up here, yeah.
Dotton underneath. Had that one blocked. Tig.
They'll be all tied at 40 here.
It's halftime. We're all tied up at 40. Mott and Henry Ford going at it. We'll be right back with more basketball after this. All set to tip off this second half of play. We're all tied up at 40. And your thoughts on this first half of play?
It's dead even as I thought it would be because Henry Ford has gotten off to a slow start. And 16 for 38 shooting, 43%. Hey, Mott has shot it worse, but they have managed to stay in here by just grinding it out. They even shot it worse from three. It's just the biggest thing for Mott is they haven't allowed Henry Ford to get the explosion plays and nice big runs. And when you do that, you can hang in here against the Hawks.
Mott trying to go inside that time.
No one has gone off. Calvin Marshall has 12 for Henry Ford. And Everhart, 2 threes off the bench, 6. Other than that, everybody pretty much has been in check.
Kevin Tiggs has 19 for McComb.
McComb?
Mott, pardon me.
Yeah, I mean, they just, you know, they're workmanlike and they're just grinding. They're playing hard. They're keeping this guy in check, that's for sure. Making him pass the ball. Talking about Shamarion Hardy. Hardy was held to 2 points. He's not getting off with a lot of assists. I mean, well, he's got 5, but he's not scoring the basketball.
Ziegler ties it up at 43. Long three-pointer is good by Beard from outside.
Miles Beard, deep 3. They're getting good shots, and they're hitting those threes when they're open now.
Smith Johnson for 3. Yeah.
Now here's a guy in Smith Johnson who can be a big difference maker here for the Hawks in the second half. Never thought I'd see Henry Ford in the grind him out defensive kind of game, but this is what it is. It's a half-court deal.
2 seconds on the shot clock when that shot got off, and a foul committed underneath by Ziegler. Tiggs has been really the only bright spot for Mott right now. Stolen away by Marshall.
That's an example of what I mean about Marshall being able to do everything.
Shamarion Hardy committing the foul. Not a good foul right there in the backcourt.
Hardy was frustrated with that call. I guess we always wait for the splash plays for Henry Ford. They're just not happening tonight. They just got to lock down on D and make something happen on the offensive end.
Up quickly.
Here we
nice.
Go. When you have him on your team, he can speed up the tempo. He can control the tempo.
Hardy playing some good defense. Hardy with the steal. And a nice hard move to the basket by Amari Allen.
Well, just that quick, they've scored 7 in a row. It was 46-43. Now it's 50-46.
Long three-pointer. Rattles out. Mott gets the rebound, puts it back up. Marshall battling. Good defense by Marshall.
Yeah, Marshall's down there working, man. I mean, really working hard. And I think on that particular play, Allen had an opportunity to get a rebound. And when the game's on the line and they're for the money, which they will be next week, you got to grab every rebound. Yeah, Ziegler and Marshall down there just playing good defense, reacting to the ball, just playing hard.
Long three-pointer off the mark. Hardy gets it over the timeline. 50-46 your score. Ziegler from the corner. And that time over the back, Amari Allen.
Well, I said it earlier, Jeff. I thought Ziegler struggling with the three. He's got to go inside. 0 for 3 in the first half. Make it 0 for 4 for the game.
Good attack that time by Armstrong. Quickly back the other way. And Hardy making his presence felt with the speed and the steal. Hardy again attacking the basket. Hardy!
Well, that started with Allen. Amari Allen with the quick hands on the steal and giving the ball up to Hardy for the layup. They are +9 since they were down 46-43. 11-2 run, make that an 11-4 run.
Tion Armstrong with the jumper for Mott. And a timeout is called. 4-point lead for Henry Ford. 15:01, you're watching the Henry Ford Network on YouTube. Henry Ford and Mott going at it. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back after this. .15:01 here in the second half. Henry Ford will take it out on the side, or underneath, I'm sorry. Marshall at the top, looking for some help. Good strong move to the basket right there by Allen. He's fouled on the play, will go to the line and shoot two. Calmly knocks down the first, 55-50. Misses the second. Ziegler with the steal. Good ball movement by Henry Ford. Johnson leaves it short. Still looking for that spark. Maybe they'll get it on the defensive end.
Yeah, Hardy is a ball hawk, man. I tell you. And he has the speed, the agility, and decent length as a guard to make it hard for you dribbling up the sideline.
Roberts checks back into the game for Henry Ford. Long three-pointer is good by Miles Beard. Or check that, that's Tion Armstrong with the long three-pointer. Marshall from outside.
E.J. Roberts in the ball game, and that means you got a lot of speed in the backcourt. A lot of defensive prowess there as well. Yeah, he wanted a foul. I didn't quite know or understand where he was headed. Talking about Shamarion Hardy, but
yeah, he definitely was looking for the foul on the play.
He knew where he was headed, but we didn't.
Roberts got his hands on it, saves it, gets it up. That might be the spark we need right there. Calvin Marshall with the dunk.
Well, I just alluded to the fact that you got E.J. Roberts inserted in the lineup to go with Shamarion Hardy. That's pressure. Those guys are going to put ball pressure every time you have it. They're going to apply it.
Marshall with another rebound. Hardy walks it up slowly. Gets it across the timeline. Looking for the back door.
Now that's a dangerous pass. I love Calvin Marshall, but I didn't like that pass. You got to take care of the rock on that one and be smart. A bounce pass through traffic. Oh, no.
Wilburn.
It's not I don't know, it's oh, no. I don't know about that one there.
Wilburn now in the game for Henry Ford. Marshall, another strong move off the glass. He was the leading scorer for Henry Ford in the first half. 59-53. Your score.
I like that now. He can do that all game long.
Short jumper, no good. Marshall is owning the defensive glass right now. Ziegler at the top. Ziegler looking to drive. Ziegler a little out of control right there. Falls to the ground.
Something going on with Ziegler today. I think these guys are way too into the foul calls. They're just into them too much. You can't worry about it. You got to play ball. I know that's easy for me to say.
Technical foul called on Ziegler. Ziegler trying to, he's baffled, and I think mostly everybody's baffled. What did he do?
Said he's talking too much. But if he didn't use profanity, I don't know what the problem is. Yeah, this crew has been, they're notorious for being, how can I say it, hard. They referee and they officiate hard. This crew. I'm
Christian Smith, Chad's partner,
yeah.
Palmer, and Aaron Weber.
Very accustomed to their style. But that was unwarranted. And I'm not just saying that because I'm the hometown play-by-play guy.
Roberts with the steal. There's the speed by Henry Ford. Back to Ziegler for the dunk.
Now, that's the way to answer that.
61-55. Mott trying to go inside. Ziegler battling for the rebound and comes down with it.
He ran, he traveled. He got away with the travel, and he missed the dunk too.
Good defense by Henry Ford. Outside shot is good. That's Justin Mims for three.
Hey, Mott is staying within striking range. The officials aren't calling very many fouls. Henry Ford's going to have to fight this one out.
Long three-pointer off the mark. Good rebound. Let's bring it back out. Reset it. Ziegler for three. It's good.
Now, that's what we're looking for.
(64-58). Mott. Ziegler brings down the rebound. Nice step through that time. Very good job by Shamarion Hardy.
Now it's an 8-point lead. I mean, it's just Henry Ford's just, hey, they're going to keep working. That's for sure. They got the depth. They got some guys off their bench. They provided a spark. And now Schmidt is going to go to his bench and get a fresh 3 or 4 guys in there.
Nice steal that time. And quickly back the other way for the layup.
But you remember what I said about Wilburn?
Wilburn, yes.
It's real cool, real smooth athlete. It seems so effortless.
So Henry Ford gets the lead up to 10, 68-58. And this is going to be a full timeout. 8:48 remaining here in the second half of play. You're watching Henry Ford Basketball on the Henry Ford streaming network on YouTube. .48 remaining in the contest. It's all tied up. 10-point lead, 68-58 in favor of your hometown Hawks here in Dearborn, Michigan. Good job by Dotton with the block. Up and under.
That was tough.
Yeah.
That was tough, man.
Justin Mims.
Hey, Mott's just they're gonna work as many players as they can and get the right combination here late. Or they're gonna go back to their main guys here and make a stretch run, but can they survive?
That one rolls out, but the tip in to follow is good. And number 22, Andre Ridley. Looking for some help underneath, and the foul count to bucket as Amari Allen makes the tough shot. (71-62). Good steal right there, quickly down the floor. Nice easy layup by Amari Allen.
Playing the passing lanes, very smart defense. You cannot criticize Henry Ford's defensive effort tonight. They are playing solid. They are talking on defense. And that's the second unit. That's the second unit in the game right now for Henry Ford, for the most part. Dotton, Woolburn, E.J. Roberts, Everhart. You got different folks in it.
Johnny Washington. Yeah.
Washington hadn't played in so long. I mean, it's good to see him out there on the floor. Just tough, man. They got a host of guys.
Washington with the block on that play.
Well, Johnny Washington, man. Goodness. That's a name we used to call in November. But it's one of those things where you fight for minutes in this program.
Washington's called for the foul. Doing a little battling in the paint right there. And that will send Andre Ridley to the line.
During the half, he had a nasty cut. I'm talking about number 22, Ridley. And he was in the restroom, man, washing that thing down, man. Blood everywhere. Makes me squeamish.
Hard spin move. Dotton keeping it alive. And Johnson losing it out of bounds.
I think Smith Johnson was looking for a foul on the bump. Didn't have his feet set.
Smith Johnson with the steal. Quickly back the other way, and he is hacked.
He was looking for the foul, but on the last trip, but on this one, he was fouled.
Yes.
That was assault and battery, called the Dearborn police. It's got to be a concerted effort to play solid defense, and I think that's the equalizer. This is one of the better defensive teams that Coach Shepard has had here at Henry Ford. I would say in the time that I've been around.
Dotton keeping it alive. Long three-pointer. Roberts trying to save it, not able to.
They're not out of the woods yet on this one, but they seem to be pretty steady.
.628 and counting, 73-62 your score. Long three-pointer by Mott. Off the mark, saved by Mott. 7 seconds on the shot clock. And a good layup by Mott on the loose ball. Dotton going to the basket. Roberts from outside for three, no good.
9-point lead. Henry Ford seemingly in control, but you never know. See if Mott has one last stand in him.
Mott's using a lot of time on the shot clock. Johnson coming down with the rebound. Smith Johnson.
Yeah. Now you gotta call that.
Yeah.
If you're gonna call the things you call down here, you gotta call it down there.
Roberts saw opening and just threw that one away, looking for Eberhardt on the wing.
I wonder what Coach Shepard's gonna say at postgame today. Certainly going to talk about some of the careless turnovers. But I know he's going to compliment his team's defensive effort. Travel. Drag that foot down the baseline.
Justin Mims on the last shot. Dotton going to the basket, and the foul is going to be on the floor. Jalen Shelton on the foul. Smith Johnson looking to go strong to the basket, does so, and the foul is called. Andre Ridley. And Smith Johnson will go to the line shooting two. 73-66, 4:33 remaining.
Maintaining that 7 to 9 point lead, Henry Ford, man, I think they're, as we head into the playoffs, and I said this early in the broadcast, a playoff primer. I think they're really starting to get in the stride. I mean, you know, now they got to look at some film and work out some things, but a rubber match with Macomb, and that's worth the drive to see them in if they get that far and they meet. Of course, it could be Oakland, it could be Macomb.
Dotton comes down with the rebound, up quickly to Roberts. Roberts off the glass, knocked out of bounds into the ground, but finishes the play.
He's an Energizer bunny out there sometime. If they're gonna go up and down, that's gonna be interesting.
Coach Shepard giving his second unit a lot of minutes this contest. Dotton looking inside, good job and a good find. Wilburn with two.
Yeah, that's a good idea because you want everybody to be ready, everybody to get minutes, everybody to get time.
Long three-pointer off the mark. 79-68 your score. 3:19 remaining.
And that's the 11-point lead is the biggest that they've had in the game. Now, let's see if they can expand on it, increase it.
Roberts going to the basket. Up and under, no whistles blown on that one. Wilburn is looking for the foul. Three-pointer rolls out. Eberhardt finding the rebound. Quickly down the floor for the layup. It's good. And that's Donald Wilburn for 2.
Biggest lead of the game at the end of the game, and that's pretty doggone good. And Henry Ford gave up 40 in the first half. I don't think Mott is going to make it to 80. So they played better defense here in the second half. I think they've been intentional about the passing lanes and just flat out staying in front of their man.
Nice block into the shot clock there. Looked like the shot clock might have run out.
Well, it's good. Number 5, Mr. Shelton, Jalen Shelton stayed with it. But that was a good defensive play.
Dotton for 3. $14-point lead for the Hawks. Grant Bean for 2 right there for the Mott. Everhart. That one rattles out. Good rebound that time by Wilburn. And a nice shot by Washington.
Dotton playing a big role on the rebounds here on the glass. Look at how strong he is getting to the basket.
Yes.
Didn't finish it. Possession arrow favors the Hawks. It was frustrating at times for him, but real workmanlike effort by the Hawks here.
Dotton for 3, it's good. Forty seconds and counting.
And think about it. This was a workmanlike effort. Wasn't really fancy, and they got 89 points. I'm talking about Henry Ford. There's not much to complain about. Coach Shepard should be in a decent mood, but knowing him, he's going to find something. Wrapping up the regular season home slate has been fun. We'll be back next week, though, for playoff action, but it has been fun doing this again. I want to say thanks to the production crew. Those guys do a great job making sure that everything goes on YouTube the right way.
89-74, your final score. And Henry Ford fine-tuning themselves for the playoffs with a good victory over Mott College this evening. Your final thoughts?
Well, final thoughts is that playoff primer. That was the phrase that pays tonight. And I think they look pretty doggone ready for what's in store.
We'll be right back with the head ball coach after this.
All right. We're back with Henry Ford College head coach Chris Shepard. Final score, Henry Ford College 89, Mott Community College 74. And I tell you, it was just like a workmanlike effort. It was real steady, and the team played really good defense in the second half. Just kind of talk about the game.
Well, I mean, goal today was the playoffs being Tuesday, get out of here healthy. And then obviously I thought we moved the ball great on Saturday. We wanted to replicate that. We did that again today. The ball, we moved it, we passed it. Those are the two things we wanted to get done today. Defensively, in the first half, we weren't very good. Part of that is they know we're in the playoffs. They're out of the playoffs. Jim didn't have much life to it today. So just happy to get out of here healthy, to be honest with you.
Coach, what excites you most about playoff time?
I mean, we've only lost one time with our entire roster, and actually twice. We lost to Davis and Davy, and we lost to Macomb. Every other game, we've had somebody out injured, or for whatever reason. So I'm excited that when we play together, we got a lot of versatility, a lot of different matchups we can play with, and they're starting to figure it out. I don't know what our balance was tonight, but the ball's moved great the last two games, and we just got to continue to replicate that. We have 5 guys in double figures with another guy with 8 and 6. So that's good balance there. 18
assists. As I look at this thing, you had Calvin Marshall led everyone on your team with 16 points. Amari Allen surprisingly had 14. You had 12 by Ziegler, 11 from Wilburn, 10 for Hardy. I'm not surprised that Allen had, that he had that, but I'm surprised that he had it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, there was a sneaky 14.
Yeah, I mean, he's right around that for the year. I don't know what he's at, 12, 13. Mari rebounds. I don't know if you noticed how much.
Yes.
I mean, he 9 rebounds a game for us, about 3 or 4 assists. Then he's averaging about 12 points. He's been great for us. He does a lot of things that don't show up, live. That if you really pay attention to what he's doing, he guards the other team's best player, him and EJ.
Mm-hmm.
That's their role in terms of on defense, and then offensively, he's consistent.
Yeah, Shamarion Hardy had 10, 7, 5, and 3 steals. And, he was a little frustrated with some of the things that were going on out there. But when you put him and EJ out there on the same backcourt, EJ Roberts, I mean, talk about the combination of what they do.
I mean, EJ, is elite defensively. I mean, even there's a play late in the game, one who's a good player goes baseline. EJ stays square, saws him off, kid turns it over. Mar obviously gets us going in transition, and Mar's a big part of why we've moved the ball great the last 2 games. He's thrown it all over. He had 5 assists today, maybe more than that, based on the box score. He's got 5. Sometimes they miss some. But he threw countless passes that should have been assists, wide open look. So, I thought they both played great tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I could talk all day about Ziegler, Smith-Johnson, you name it, Dotton, the third off the bench. I mean, just doing those things. But Coach, just give us a summary of hey, the way this thing is ended and what you have ahead of you.
So depends on what Macomb does tonight with Jackson. If they lose, we would tie for league champs. If they win, we'll be second. We'll play Tuesday night home. The opponents to be determined. It depends on what happened tonight. I didn't really look at it. And then we win on Tuesday. You'll play Thursday. You got to win that one, and then go Saturday, which next week is the biggest week of the year for us. That's what we got to get to Danville. That's our goal. We're peaking at the right time. We played well. I'm happy with our last 2 games. I thought defensively we've guarded. Offensively we shared it. With our depth and our talent, hopefully a couple guys get it going and play well offensively, but that's our formula.
I like what you said about sophomore night.
Every night sophomore night here. Our kids go to school.
Right.
Our kids go to school. You look at our roster last year, Chauncey Wills is at Western, Bonds is at Central, Alden Ritz at Davenport, Shannon Carter's playing, Sterling Scott's playing. Justin Gladney went down to Central State. So we have guys playing everywhere. So our sophomore night is getting them, moving them to school. This isn't a destination. You shouldn't, want to be celebrated out here. Like, I'm happy they're 2 years they played for us. Some years it's only 1. But ultimately, go to school. Move on and get out of here. And we do that. So that's when we have our celebrations around here.
Well, Coach, congratulations on another good home campaign. We've had some good games, and now it's on to the playoffs. Good luck in the playoffs, and we'll see you next Tuesday night, whoever it is. I just want to say for everyone that's out there, the regular season has come to an end. 89-74 winners, Henry Ford College Hawks defeat Mott a community college, and Coach Steve Schmidt, always a good test, always a good program. But on behalf of everybody involved with the broadcast and the athletic department, I want to say, hey, thank you for viewing, tuning in, and stay tuned for us. Tuesday night we'll be here in this gym for a home playoff game. So for everybody, we're going to say so long, and thanks for joining us here on the live stream on YouTube, Henry Ford College Athletics. Future driven. So long, folks.
Future driven.
Yep. All right, good luck, man.
Wally
Yep.
Hill.
Yeah.
That is Sean.
Man, we're going to have so much fun next year.